Hi guys, it's Dr. Hardy and welcome to Grade My Plate. I'll just wait a few seconds to allow people to log into the live video. Okay, so as usual, I start with my template, and this plate is divided in half. The bottom half of the plate is for all fruits, all vegetables, or a combination of both. The top half of the plate is divided into two sections called quarters of the plate. And from the little graphics, you can see that one quarter is designated for protein and the other quarter for your whole grain. Okay, so let's look at this plate that was submitted by J.L. Sand. Thank you so much for submitting this plate. It looks absolutely beautiful and healthy. And what's in the plate is a half a serving of Parmesan encrusted chicken from Aldi's, which is about 130 calories, mixed salad greens with 1/3 chopped apple, diced cucumber, sliced onion, sliced grape tomatoes, 1 teaspoon bacon bits, a sprinkling of walnuts, a half a teaspoon of honey, and a tablespoon of French vinaigrette, and a small sprinkling of goat cheese. Well, it looks delicious. It's hard for me to see the dressing unless this photo doesn't have the dressing. Um, but clearly, this is what I would call a keto plate because it has basically just meat and a vegetable. So if you counted out the carbs in this, it would probably be less than 50 grams of carbs for sure. So although you don't have 4 sections of the plate, that's perfectly fine. You can just imagine that the section with the salad is 1/2 of the plate, and then the other side, if you divided that into 2, that would be quarters, where one would be your protein or your meat and the other the whole grain. But in this case, you decided not to have a whole grain included, and that's perfectly fine. You will actually have more weight loss without the starch or the carb. However, some of us, it's really difficult to remove the carb. And so, if we are offered the option to have just a quarter of a plate of the carb, we're more successful sometimes because we're not, having such a drastic change in our diet. I don't have much to add to this plate. You could definitely add more meat if you would like, but if you don't usually have a large volume of food and this is going to be filling for you, then that's even better. But for someone who may say this is not enough food for them, you can definitely increase your salad and increase your meat. And typically, when you have carbs on your plate and you still feel hungry, some of the recommendations that I give is to, of course, drink a glass of water and increase the protein or the fruit and vegetable and not the carb. So definitely, if you're going to go for a second serving, you would go for seconds of the meat or the salad. So let's delve into how to look up what you're eating on an app. So I just logged into MyFitnessPal and I am tapping on foods. I'm going to just hit dinner here. And as you can see on the screen, I'm just going to type in what she said she had on this plate, the encrusted Parmesan chicken from Aldi. I wrote Aldo by accident, but it understood Aldi, so I tapped on that. And you can see it's 230 calories, 15 grams of carbs. If I scroll down, there's only 1 gram of fiber, so you subtract that from the 15 to give you 14 net grams of carbs. So the serving here is 4 ounces, so maybe she had less than that because she stated it was only 130 calories. And then I'm going to put in here a side salad. I don't know what brand lettuce, but you can put in the individual things, or to just get an idea, estimate, you can just pick one. So I'm just going to pick a random side salad and see, what the nutrition profile is for that. Let me do side salad from Aldi. And I click the classic side salad, 21 calories, very little carb, no fiber. That's weird, but 3 grams of carbs. So she has 14 net from her chicken, plus 3 is 17 grams of carbs. If you can stay at 20 grams of carbs, per meal to give 60 grams a day, that's really good. But ideally for keto, you would want less than 50 grams of carbs per day. Some people aim for 20 grams of carbs per day. I don't know how they do it, but this is just an example. When people ask me on Facebook or YouTube, like, oh, are you just eating fruits, or are you just eating this kind of vegetable? And I always say, well, it depends on how many carbs are in it. So I like to look everything up. You should get into the habit of looking everything up. So you would literally find an app like this or Google nutrition profiles of things that you're eating and count the carbs. And this is the way you do it. So please let me know if that was helpful for you, or if you have any questions about how I calculated the carbs in this meal. And I'll be happy to do another demo, maybe a little bit slower for you. But if you're really enjoying Grade My Plates, don't forget you can submit them on Facebook to me on the page or in Messenger, and I will be happy to grade them. Just make sure that you also submit exactly what is on the plate in text form with the photo. Sometimes it's not clear all that is in the plate. And if you are serving your kids and you're not sure about portion sizes, I welcome that as well. And thank you for tuning in to Grade My Plate. And please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so you will be alerted to when I upload another video. Thanks, guys. Bye.